If you caused a friend to get to class late, should he get punished or you? Hey, I'm Dylan, and you're listening to Unlocked, your daily key to unlocking God's Word in your life. How do you define justice and injustice? Is it just when something seems unfair, or is there a deeper meaning to it? How does God define justice? In today's story, our author shares an ordinary story of injustice and how Christians can act for God's justice in our world. So let's listen to Late for Class by Allison Wilson Lee. He almost made it. My friend Cliff had almost sat all the way down in his desk when the tardy bell rang. But still, our 9th grade civics teacher counted my friend late, and this carried a punishment. A 1,000-word essay due the next day. Like most of us in the class, Cliff had arrived well before the late bell rang. He'd sat in his desk and pulled out his books, just like the rest of us. I had wanted to borrow a pen from my friend Melissa, who sat in front of Cliff. He offered to pass the pen from Melissa to me. This required him to get up from his desk, and as he returned to his seat, he got caught by the bell. I approached the teacher to explain how Cliff had only been helping me. It was actually my fault Cliff was counted late, but the teacher wouldn't budge. I couldn't persuade him to reconsider or assign the punishment to me. I knew it wasn't fair that Cliff would suffer for something that wasn't his fault, yet I couldn't do anything about it. This moment of unfairness in my civics class troubled me, but it soon passed. Cliff penned the essay and harbored no anger toward me. We moved on. But our world teems with injustice much deeper than this, and God takes note of it all. Our loving Lord cares about justice. In fact, He is enthroned as the righteous judge of all creation. And through Jesus' death and resurrection, we can be counted as righteous before Him. And we can find hope knowing that Jesus will return to get rid of all injustice permanently. In the meantime, God charges us to care about justice as He does. God has called us, His people, to be His agents for justice and righteousness on the earth, for one classmate in civics class or for people around the globe. As we do this, we can rest in His sure love and in the hope of Jesus' return. So let's talk about this a little bit more. Are there problems in the world that frustrate or grieve you? What are some of them? Consider bringing these things to Jesus in prayer. He cares too, even more than we do. The big issues in the world can feel overwhelming, but what are some ways, big or small, that you could speak up for justice right where you are? And if you want to learn more about how God defines justice, check out Isaiah 1:17, Zechariah 7:9, Proverbs 29:7, and Leviticus 19:15. And as you and I can read in Psalm 89:14, righteousness and justice are the foundation of your throne. Love and faithfulness go before you. And I'd encourage you to dig a little bit deeper and read Psalm 9, verses 7 through 10, Psalm 33, 4 and 5, and Micah 6:8 to keep God's Word alive in your life. Unlocked is a resource from Keys for Kids Ministries, and we're not just a podcast. If you love reading with actual pages in your hands, you can get a free 1-year subscription to the printed version of Unlocked. It'll come to you in the mail every 3 months, and you'll get to see the full-size cover art and get room to journal in the book itself. Sign up for free at unlocked.org and tap subscribe in the menu. And come back for tomorrow's devotional with Natalie, how God can change even the angriest person you know. But until then, I'm Dylan, encouraging you to live life unlocked, opening the door to God in your life.